Oh, here we go. Okay. So that thing did actually lead me, that tunnel did actually lead me to another spot. What is this thing? Whoa. Looks like some maps. A lot of maps. Looks like they're all maps, in fact. There's the other half of the note. The vault is located on the island of Mist. Achieve various destructions. Okay, so that's the other half. Cool. So I'm glad I figured that other one out without having to go about needing that map. But that still doesn't really help me because I don't know what I'm supposed to do on this island. Flower, skull. It looks like all this room contains is the blue page and the other half of that note that I don't actually need anymore. Now I don't really understand the relevance of this flower skull type deal. And it doesn't look like there's anything else I can do with it. Let's see it. So one interesting observation that I've just realized is that I picked up the blue page in here, which this room seems much more dilapidated and old and weird, but the red page where I assume Cirrus was sleeping or stayed for whatever reason at some point in time, looks like his room was a lot more lavish and just decked out overall. It was bigger, it was brighter, it had nicer carpets, didn't show this wood floor. Kind of an interesting observation. Don't really know what that could mean or what relevance it has to the game, but hopefully I'll find out whenever I figure out exactly what those two brothers were up to and who was in what predicament, who's lying, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty interesting. Oh, whoa, the key. Very cool. I don't really know how I managed that. There's the other key. So I basically just clicked that left button to try and fill this back up to see what I could achieve, or maybe it was the middle one. I just wanted to try and do other combinations because that's really what you have to do, is just kind of trial and error to learn the environments. So, oh wow, is this a bomb? Oh, do you charge it? You charge it, and what does the light do? I have to go get on the telescope, don't I? Or the... is that what it's called? Telescope? Yeah, I think it is. So this thing charges it up. Whoa, okay, so it's kind of pulsing. It's kind of like the North Star. That's what it reminds me of. Looks like that's at 135. I don't really know what that means. 135 degrees, perhaps? 135, I'll write that down just in case. Not entirely sure what that could mean. Oh, well, I guess I'll go ahead and save it. Didn't mean to do that. What does that do? It charges it up. Oh, it gives me light. Why did that turn red? That was black. Now it's red. What's the deal? Is this thing gonna change? What? My flashlight is jacked up. Huh. What is that? Why can't I get over there? Keep clicking on this thing and it won't... oh gosh. What's the deal here? Somehow I turn this light on. Okay, so I don't understand what that means. What does that do? Why do I need more light in there is the question. Because I found the two pages, so it almost seems as though that area is kind of irrelevant, but I didn't have anything to do with the two hallways that lead into that like chamber deal with the little like... it looks like a Saints logo, to be honest. I don't really know how else to describe it, and I don't know what else it could mean. I'm gonna charge it back up and try and go in this area and see if perhaps there's something new in there. Maybe some more light in there will help me out. No, doesn't look any brighter really. My flashlight is jacked up. I need to like restart the game, I think. There we go, back in business. So it doesn't appear to have changed anything down here, which still leads me to believe there's something to do with this. They wouldn't just put a room down a hallway for no reason. That's what I've learned in this game. Okay, I haven't figured out what the third button does. I just went and pressed it. It filled up this hallway to my right and the hallway down into the bottom of this ship. And I don't know whether it filled up this one. Looks like it sunk this one, in fact. I guess I'll go back into the two chambers, which I presume to be Cirrus's and Akinar's room, to see if maybe there's something different that the lights in the room... I don't know. I wonder if these globes need to land on the same spot. Oh, they don't appear to be the same, actually. Well, there's obviously still something here that I'm not quite getting. I'm going to assume it's in here. Can't quite figure out what all this is, because I don't know how to get back to Myst to take either of the 2 pages there. I feel like that's the key that I'm missing. That's the clue. And I feel like that above the door frame there is a button, but I don't know how to get over there to press it. It doesn't look like I can, because as soon as I click through, it brings me to the beginning of the next hallway. Ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh! That thing changed! That changed direction. Huh. See, what I was thinking was, just a second ago, this was over here, not here. So what does this need to do? Get to... Oh my god. Trying to come over to this side. This honking is really annoying, sorry. There was this thing that was glowing light. I wonder if I need to get this to turn over here somehow. But I'm unsure how to do that, to be honest. I wonder if full charge cycles make it turn all the way around. Or not all the way around, but to the next step. No. Doesn't look like it's moved. How would it... What the hell? The batteries didn't die that quickly, did it? Maybe I'm not on the right floor. Maybe I went onto the other floor last time. I can't tell if those 2 tunnels are different or if they lead to the same spot. Oh, yeah, they're linked together. Okay. What the hell does that do? So these plunger deals over here, pretty much figured out that that is the way I need to leave it, I think. What do I do with the charge and the batteries and the rooms? The pages are easy to find, so I don't really feel accomplished by having done that, but at least I know where they are. I just have to figure out what is the next spot that I unlock. I feel like maybe these islands come up, I don't know, maybe the water sinks away or something? I'm not entirely convinced that this island has always been like this. I was gonna say, I'm gonna go back to the library and try and read that book again for the Stone Ship Age, but I don't know how to get back there.